Hey, check this out. My truck didn't come with no remote start. But uh what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a remote start to this truck by this company called MPC. Uh Looking at it looks simple because from what I'm used to, back in my day, you get nothing but a mess of wires. And you gotta splice all into the ignition and find out which one is ignition one, ignition two, all kinds of stuff. And then you gotta hide all those wires, and you gotta hide this big box that comes with it. But let me show you what comes with this kit. I done been in this box already, y'all, because I did some prep. I use a wire tie and this tape. Cause alright, this is the little box that comes with it. Just to give you a comparison. None of that big box stuff no more. Even the last one I hooked up, it was plug and play. When you're looking for one, y'all, this is what you look for, something called plug and play. The last one I got was plug and play, but it took an act of Congress to get it going too, because I had to also order another piece to flash it. And what that is, like when you get one and it comes to, for your certain vehicle, it has to be programmed to that vehicle. But this company supposedly already flash them. But the only thing you got to do with this one, I'm going to show you right quick. All right. This is what comes with it. Got the little program button here. Harnesses. That's it. This company gives you this little device. You plug it in the USB. One wire here. The other wire into here. You can't plug it up wrong either, y'all, because the harnesses are made to go where they're to go. Okay? But once you get it all connected, you gotta do all these little programming with turn the key off and on and off and on. Press this button, watch the lights. Some little lights right here. Gotta watch the lights. And you gotta disconnect it. Bring it back to your computer. You gotta have a computer. Hook that up and go on a little website and download the little information to unlock. It's called information that unlocks the your security for your vehicle. But it's already flashed, but it got to be unlocked. All right, then you got this. Wait, I'm gonna show you this here. A pry tool. This thing here, y'all, it is sturdy. I'm pulling on it hard. This thing it's sturdy. I really don't need it for this. I don't need it for this. I got other stuff I did, but this gonna go in my box with my other pry tools. And they're just paper. Here's the harness. Alright, y'all, what I did was I went ahead of time, checked out something. Because what's the other easy part? You take your smartphone, you scan this QR code right here. Scan it, bow. It's gonna take you to their website, and they're gonna have, like I said, they already got it programmed. So once you go to their website, it's gonna take you to the programming for your vehicle, pretty much. And it's gonna tell you all the harnesses you need off this thing here that's got you scared already. Cause you like, man, come on now. You just said this was easy. Hey, I ain't done this one, but I'm gonna tell you from the looking at it, it's easy. But what it told me to do is to take this B plug and this Evo All plug. You see it? Plug them together. Bow, I done that. Okay, so that's together. Then it told me which plugs I'm gonna need and not gonna need in this installation. So this harness here is not wired, it's just a harness. Same as all the rest of them I got taped off. I just got them taped off so purpose of me not having to say, oh man, which one was it? I just taped them off just to get them out of the way. So I'm not going to need those two. Come on down the van. I'm not going to need A because I use B to connect to the Evo All. And hood pins. This wire here, well, it's like, it was the only wires that come. 3 wires that go for a hood pin. You hook under your hood in case you have your hood up and you work on your car, can't nobody remote start, or you can't remote start it by accident and it cause trouble. But I'm not using the hood pin. So I rerouted this back around a couple circles, use my red wire tie, and I put tape on the end of it. And then you come to, got your little inline fuse. So all I got left, and I numbered these, really didn't have to number them, but I just numbered them. You got this. You'll see everything in the installation. You gotta go under your driver's side and find this, I forgot what it's called, it's some kind of box. When you get your directions, you'll see. So you're gonna look at directions anyway. Don't just go by this video. It's just a informative, just to show you something video. You're gonna have a white, a green, and a blue plug in that box with all the harnesses. It's a box something similar to like this, and it's got those plugs. You'll be looking for white, green, and blue, and some more other ones. But all you gonna use is white, green, and blue. You color code it. Take the white one out, and you plug it into here. Take it out, plug it into here, flip it over, plug this back into the box. Same here. Take it out, plug it in here, plug it back in. Take the green one, plug it into here, turn this around, plug it back into the box. That's why it's called a T harness. Alright, now you're going to come to this end. So that's plugged into the harness. You're going to route your wires where you need to. You can start routing them. And then the programming part, y'all, it's gonna be the most difficult part of this, because you gotta follow the directions of turn the key on, watch this light flash, hold this button down while you turning this on and plugging this in. That's all. Don't be scared of it, but that's it on that end. Alright, like I said, you'll come to it, you'll be holding this button down, and then it's like a where you at? There you go. Then you got this black harness. It can't go here. It can't fit that. It can't fit nothing else but where it goes. Then you're gonna have the red one. You're gonna have the little white one. Then you're gonna have the big white one. That's it. It's hooked up. After you done did all that and turn your key on and everything, then you come back to the take it out, come back to the house and flash the security part. Plug it back up. Make sure it worked first. Make sure it worked. Then if it worked, start tucking everything back in neatly. And like you got some holes right here. You could take actually you could take a long screw, 2 long screws, and you can go down and put it up against something, or you could take a wire tie and come around and hook this to a whole mess of wires, anything, steering column, just to get it out of the way. Y'all, cause on my last truck I had a wire like similar to one of these here. Not that, that's that harness. Like similar to one of these. It came apart. Cause I'm doing a little more professional this time. Last time I used nothing but tape, cause I'm from the hood and I've been hooking stuff up for years and using nothing but tape. So I'm using butts on this one, y'all. The tape come off and then the wire touched a metal part of the body, and when I get out of my truck, close the door, lock it, a couple seconds later the truck crank up. And it was doing that, y'all. I could be in the house, and I don't know, I guess I guess I don't know what made it shake and touch, but it grounded itself. I could be in the house, truck crank up. Got to the point where I had to disconnect it and then figure it out. And that's what it was, a wire was touching. And I fixed it up, I thought. And like I said, hood way, I used damn tape. And when I sold the truck, the people that I know that got it, you know, they was like, well, it was at a shop. And they said the people they know said they had to disconnect the remote start on it because it kept cranking up, and they thought somebody was trying to steal the truck one night. They come out ready to battle. And I was like, nah, it was just one little wire. But we're going to go to the installation part and see if we can get it all done. Alright, 2020 Chevy Silverado. This is what your setup will look like. Now, I don't know if you have any other, I don't know if this goes for any other vehicle. This is for my vehicle. We got to find the BCM, which is the body control module. And what we're going to do, we're going to move this. Shit, I broke something. For a little bit of light access. I hope it ain't too light because I don't lighten up the ISO in here. It's probably too light. And nothing now. But if you look under here, let's see. I'll put some light on. Alright. There it is. That's what I was telling you over there about the white, the green, and the blue wire that I got unplugged and plugged back. That's the body control module right there. Alright. Now, I'm probably not gonna let you watch me pull that out stick, and then I'll show you how they're gonna do, because I ain't got the 8 arms that I should have. Alright, they unplugged. Gonna plug in the white, the blue, till you hear that click, and the green. Alright, now what we're going to turn around and do is plug these back into the BCM. Alright, you got that part. Now, this is what I got left. See how clean that is, y'all? Man, this came a long way. I'm talking about a long way. Normally I have about 70 wires hanging down here. And then this here, all I'm going to do is tuck it under later, you know what I'm saying? So now the program is just to press some buttons and turn some keys. We'll come back to that. Alright, y'all, with the key off. This is, everything I'm telling you gonna be vehicle specific now. So like, all these ones I taped up, that ain't for this one. Alright, you got this red, black, green, and white harness. No locking tab. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take it with the key off, and the key off, no ignition key. We're gonna plug it into the black harness connector here on the box and hold this button down. When we hold this button down, you're gonna see all the little lights start flashing. They're gonna be flashing like blue, red, yellow, blue, red, all that. And you gotta get it timed just right. So when you see that yellow light come on, after all the little, the little sequence is gonna go through, when you see the yellow light, let go of the button. It'll be just like a pilot light. If you let it go right on time, it's gonna stay yellow. Let you know you done it right. If it don't, you gotta start over. You gotta disconnect this from it and start all over again. Disconnect it and start all over again with the press of the button and the plug-in. So make sure nothing else is in this box when you're doing it. Nothing else is plugged into it now. That's very important. And it's very important to hold that button down. Let's see what we get here. Let me see what hand on me so I can see better. The hold down of the, let me make sure the orientation right here. Like the hold down of the button, plug them in. Boom. Blue, red, yellow, Both of them, red, yellow, let go. Stay yellow, y'all. So that means it's done right. If that wouldn't have stayed yellow, I'd have had to start all over again. I had to disconnect everything and start all over again. Now, let me get some more orientation going on here. Alright, connect the rest of your remainders up. Remember, everything else in here, I ain't got to guess what goes where. I don't got to guess which is which, because everything that I'm not using is, what you call it? It's taped off. Set down. Don't press that button again. Just watch it. And all these got locker tabs except for that first black one. Then the big one is here. Don't matter how you put these, what order you put them in. It don't matter, just put them in. You still got your yellow pilot light on, right? Okay. Alright, we're gonna press this 5 times and watch the light light up 5 times. Like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then after we watch that, alright, the LED stayed lit. Pilot light, like we're gonna call it, stay lit. After that stay lit, you want to turn your key on to the run position, not crank the truck. And once you turn it on, you let it the red light gonna come on and the yellow one gonna turn off.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. Bullshit.
Y'all, I'm tired of hearing the ding on camera, I'm sure, so I'm just gonna wait till it cut off and come back to you. Alright, y'all, look at the blue light I got. I know you're gonna say I skipped a step. I sure did. Because y'all, I went through the programming instructions so many times and I keep getting the same error. Now, we're gonna see in the end did what I do work. Because when you get all your when you press the button 5 times and it's supposed to flash 1 time, press it twice, the second time supposed to press 2 times, and so forth. Then you're supposed to turn the ignition switch on, and it's supposed to give you a red LED, and the yellow one go off. But it never went off. Okay, it's supposed to went off. Then you're supposed to turn the ignition key off and take it out for like 5 seconds. And then you're supposed to see another series of lights. But what I did was, when I got to the flashing red, the flashing yellow lights, and then when the yellow light stayed on, I turned the ignition key off and waited 5 seconds and turned it back on. Then it gave me all the lights I needed to give. The steps was like backwards, I skipped a step. Now I got a slow flashing blue, which is supposed to be it, you know, cause like when you get to when you remove the key and wait 5 seconds, stick the key back in and turn it on, you're supposed to got like your blue LED will turn on, and then your blue red will turn on, then go off. Then the yellow and red will flash. Then the yellow and red will turn on, off. Then the blue and LED will go rapidly. It did that when I did my steps. It went rapidly. Then I pressed this button again, since I'm not gonna use OnStar. I pressed it one time. Then I turned the key off, and now it's flashing slow. Now, what I'm supposed to do is, well, if I'd have got an error, I'd have had to start all over again. And start all over, and you take all the plugs out, and make sure you take the black one out last. Like, now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna connect all my harnesses from it, and I'm gonna do the 4-pin black one last. Then I gotta go on to the computer and do this little flash, and I'll take you in there with me on it. Alright, you wanna go to www.fortin.ca, and you'll come up with that. Go to Flash Link Manager. Alright, you want to set up and accept everything. Everything. See where it's going. Program files, Flash Link Manager. You gonna say yes to everything if you want this, so ain't no need of reading it. Alright, you got this plug. One end is gonna be the one without the little connector to plug back. We need some light, don't we? Alright, the one to plug back. And then you got one on this end that's got like a detacher right here, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna put it into the flasher. Alright, plug it into your box. You ain't got no one way to do it. After you done downloaded everything, you know, all your software, you plug this into your computer. And it should recognize everything. It start doing this little, oh man, I ain't gonna mess with it, y'all, cause it's messing up by me touching it. It's supposed to start doing this little Christmas tree thing. Alright, as you done download it, go to your start menu, find it. Well, I type it in. No, it ain't. There it is. Bow. Then you should come on now, I'm started right here. Then you should get this screen. Y'all, this part here is also janky. What I was sent to put in as my email or whatever and password, I had to actually create an account. I created an account and then it come up with this. So just follow directions, all I can tell you. Y'all, just go by this. I'm gonna leave this part on this video for shits and giggles. Just go by my installation. But this part here with the electrical part, not electrical, but this part, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to sign and make you a new account, cause the one they send you not gonna work. You gotta make an account. Then you just gotta actually go to here and, well, just scan it, bow. And when you scan it, it's gonna give you instructions, because I was plugging mine in, and when I plugged it in, I plugged it all in at once. When I should have plugged the little small decryptor into the computer, let it turn red, then came back with the card, plugged the box in, then it started doing its little thing. But it was like, I was going too fast for my draws. I was getting a little too big for my draws. But it's done. I'm gonna take it back out to the car and see what happened. But like I said, just follow these instructions that they give you to the T on that part. But on the app, when it tell you to put in their little address and their little password, that ain't gonna work. You gotta do your own account. Back outside we go. All right, here we go. You know what? I'm gonna plug up the. Let's see what I'm gonna look for. I'm gonna plug up the power first. They didn't give no instructions on that part, but the little black one, plug it up first. Not pressing any other buttons either. Don't press nothing. Now, I'm gonna close y'all up in the truck with it. I don't know what it's supposed to do. It might blow up, you know what I'm saying? Sit up there right. I'm gonna close the door and try cranking it. There it is, y'all. And if somebody, I got the keys in my hand, so if somebody was to try to get in here and steal it, and they get in here and press that brake, it cut off on them. Then you can do whatever you need to do to them. Cause you know, like what I do, like sometimes I get out my vehicle, and if the air conditioning, like summertime, the air conditioning running, I get out the vehicle, lock it up, and let it run. But I'm gonna show you on the outside what goes on with this here. Let you know if this is the product for you. Alright, you saw on the inside. Okay. This what y'all, I changed that. So it's not an automatic start on here. That button don't work. But look. 1, 2, 3. And if you want to stop it, 1, 2, 3. Let's button this installation up. Installation complete. Ta-da.